I am so excited right now. I'm going to go to the future for the first time. I'm hoping I meet Chris Do. I really do. I've been searching for him. I've been like messaging him a bunch on Twitter, like, can you do a video with me? You know what? I'm just gonna make it happen. I'm gonna go over there and just ask him some questions if he's around, I hope. All right, I still have not been able to get the interview with Chris Do yet. I'm still holding on. That's gonna happen pretty soon here. We shall see. So smack that little subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet to let me know that you support me and you want to keep watching my content. I hurt my finger doing that. Ugh. So a few weeks ago, I went to an event that was hosted by the Future at their offices in the hopes of meeting my mentor, who I've never actually met, Chris Do. This is like something I've been like dreaming about for a little while, is because they've really, especially Chris Do 5 years ago when I was first getting into design, helped me so much because I was a sole designer doing everything by myself, building a team, and his advice really helped me and helped me grow in my career so quickly, and I owe a lot to that dude. What will I even talk about when I go and see them? What would I say? And I was thinking about just doing like a little segment, like let's get weird, getting weird with the Future guys. What's the weirdest quirk about you? What is the weirdest thing you put in your mouth? Ooh. And just ask them some weird questions for them to answer and learn a little bit about them through that. I don't want to ask them like basic ass questions they've heard before. How boring. And actually, this is the birth of my whole series, Let's Get Weird. And I've done this now with Cody Warner, with Michael Janda, with Brandon Gross, and some other people. So this is actually the birth of this whole series, is me thinking, how am I gonna be remembered with Chris? And how am I gonna not look like a fool by asking him weird questions? I don't know if it all makes sense, but this was my train of thought. Oh, it says be ready outside. All right, guys, I'm excited. I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, so we're at the Future's office, which is looking pretty fucking dope. I'm liking the like chill vibes here. I'm liking the beer. I'm gonna have to drink a lot to gain up some of these nerves away. It's artistic. I also somewhat feel like it's man-cavey. So one thing I'm noticing about the Future fans is that they're very male. Do you have like a person that's like your favorite character in the show?
I don't know. Ben, obviously.
I think for me, like, mine is Chris Do, which is behind you. Is the first time
sure.
I've seen you. Pop by and say hi. Hi! Can I steal 5 minutes of your time sometime today?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Super fangirling out right now. I'm like, he said yes in a few minutes.
I'm the editor and cinematographer here.
What is the weirdest thing you've put in your mouth?
Okay. Pennies. I once tried to fit 1,000 pennies in my mouth.
1,000?
1,000 pennies. I thought I could do it.
How old were you?
I was like 2 days ago. No, I'm just kidding.
What's it like working with Chris? Is he like really chill and you're like, you know, or is he like silent but scary? Like what
Kind of like all of those, yeah. Vary whatever the mood needs to be. And so like if you're quiet, he's quiet. If you need like a stern talking to, he'll give you the stern talking to. Like he molds to the situation based on like the brevity of the situation. It's challenging because he's such like a high performing person, and to try to match that is just super tough. Yeah.
I can imagine. I've thought about like what would it be like to work for him, and I'd be like, it'd be scary.
It's still scary. Like it took me, like I didn't talk to him for like 3 months when I first started. Did not, just sweating compulsively when he would just stand around me. And I would like knock over coffee when he was around. It's definitely a challenge, but it's like the only person I would want to be working for right now.
Where do I sit, guys?
You can sit here.
I'll sit here, okay.
And then Ben, Josh, and
The infamous Chris Do, figuring out where to sit.
First of all, welcome to the future of the second part, guys. let's go straight to Q&A. Is that okay, Matthew? Did I just all along that?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Let's do it. Here we go, right up front. All right. And just say your name, maybe what city you're from, and then just go into it.
I'm Elize. I'm from Los Angeles. And actually, based on something that you had said about like showing behind the curtains, showing the design process, I just asked my client if I can film behind the scenes, show the process. What should I learn that I don't know from watching it? What to be aware of as I'm going through this and exposing, and what I should and shouldn't expose about myself.
Now, when you structure stories, this is very important to know this, okay? Stories are made from conflict. That there's 1,000 videos out there to talk about process. And if you can't find the conflict in the story, there's no story. And Robert McKee talks about this in the book Story. He says there's subjective anticipation and objective reality. And where the two meet is where all the friction and the magic happens. And it could be small conflict or it could be big conflict. It could be internal conflict, it could be external. That's what you need to find. So if you start thinking about that before you roll anything, you'll start to understand what you shoot for and how you structure your story. And it's really critical.
Should I create conflict?
I was asking people about Chris Do, and people had all these different thoughts, and he's kind of this mysterious character to me.
What do people don't know about Chris Do working with him?
Depending on what side you see of Chris Do will determine the flavor that you get. I was his student back in 2006. Whoa. When I was in his class, he was hard as nails. He will ask you to present your work. He'll ask, explain your work to me. And then you explain your work, and then he stands silent. And then you as a student, very awkwardly, will try to over-explain. Then you start to apologize for things that you haven't done. And the thing is, you as a student, you feel like you're not doing well because of his silence, but all he's trying to do is process his thoughts. But that's just in the classroom setting. As an employee working with him, as a coworker, he's actually a teddy bear. He's super nice, he's super engaging, super friendly, and anyone who's had the pleasure to meet him in person, they know how nice he is in person and how personable he can be. So it just depends on how you meet him, where you meet him, what context will determine the side of Chris Do that you might get.
All right, I still have not been able to get the interview with Chris Do yet. I'm still holding on. That's going to happen pretty soon here. We shall see. I'm getting kind of tired, to be honest. It's getting late, and I'm usually going to bed around 10 p.m., but I'm holding off. I realize that I'm gonna have to do like some awkward stuff. Things that make me uncomfortable, like having to hover around him when he's talking to people.
I want them to drive, but we can just warm it up here. Like,
one minute, pleasure, man. Are you gonna have Fabian again? Yeah, I enjoyed having Fabian. Yeah. Let him know. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Elize.
Hi, Elize.
I am so excited to meet you right now.
Yeah?
I've been watching your stuff for about 5 years.
Okay.
It's I'm like right now inside, but outside.
This is your first time here, right?
First time here.
Yeah, okay, cool.
First time
well,
here.
welcome.
Thank you so much. So
Yeah.
I, 4 months ago, started doing YouTube.
Yep.
Doing my own content, and I wanted to just get weird with you, if you don't mind.
Okay. Should we go somewhere and get weird? Less loud?
Yes! I'm gonna do this interview with him. I'm so excited.
Let's just go over here.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I can't
I'll
hear
be back. You gonna hang here for a second? Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming for you. Yeah. Here. Oh man.
I'm excited.
Who cares? Okay. Here we go.
You are not gonna wanna miss my next video, which is an unedited interview with Chris Do. We're talking about farts.
What is the last time you've done an inappropriate fart?
Talking about, you know, him being intimidating.
Would you say you're intimidating to people?
And what he thinks about that.
I recently came upon this theory that there are an infinite number of versions of you.
Stuff that now reflecting on it, I'm like, why did I ask him that? Like, what the freak was I thinking? I just saw him at Adobe Max as I was vlogging around, and I went to his booth and he was like, oh hey, you're the girl that asks crazy questions.
Are you vlogging? Yeah?
Yes.
All right. What channel?
My own channel.
Yeah.
Elize UX. I have a video with
We
you.
did a thing together.
It's coming out this week.
And you asked me some crazy question, right?
You got weird with me.
I am like that weird crazy girl, but you know, I kind of like that. I'm here to help you celebrate your uniqueness, your weirdness, the things that make you an individual and that make you you. I'm here to celebrate that with you through my content. I'm trying to be my unique self so that you can feel comfortable being your unique self. So become part of my community and smack that subscribe button and let's continue these conversations.